In this session, we will talk about the impact of feelings and emotions on influencing the behavior of our audience. Look, our audience is most vulnerable to our messages when people feel in a certain way. Hence, any marketing strategy must be developed around a super well-researched area of emotions. Or, to put this differently, by targeting the right emotions at the right time, in the right context, you are more likely to trigger the behavior you intend to. To keep it simple, if you intend to sell a holiday package to an exotic location, you may want people to be in a good mood and to feel adventurous. Hence, your ad must induce these feelings to the audience or to ensure it is being served to people in this particular mood. So, how powerful are emotions really? Well, in my experience, most people focus on building a connection with their target audience. The idea is that if a person feels a connection with me, then he or she will be more receptive to my message. In brief, if you relate to me, or you like me, or you feel some sort of similarity with my experiences, you will be more likely to listen, which is true of course. However, thousands of experiments have proved that we significantly undervalue and misunderstand the reach and potential of emotions. For example, Olivia Caban, in her book The Charisma Myth, shows that emotions, like things on social media, create an emotional contagion effect in which, I quote, "the emotions expressed by one individual are caught by another one." This is a very powerful thing, which suggests that influencing a person will likely influence his or her friends as well. In simple terms, our emotions and moods are being influenced by the emotions and feelings of people around us. So, when you make me feel an emotion, people around me tend to feel the same way. And as I argued at the beginning of this video, how we feel impacts directly on how we act. When I feel good, I am more likely to listen or to buy from you. Okay, so let's take mood as an example. Psychologists Christakis and Fowler, authors of a very interesting book called Connected, reviewed a large number of studies on athletes, nurses and accountants to conclude that positive mood equals more altruistic behavior. So, what happens when our audience is in good mood? Well, our audience feels safe and at ease. And as people feel safe, they allow more responsibility for monitoring their environment to System 1. As a result, they become more prone to biases and to being influenced, and obviously sold to. But what happens when people are in a negative mood? Well, psychologist Richard Wiseman found that negative mood increases the probability of people remembering negative events. Specifically, when our audience experiences bad mood, it is more aware, uses System 2 more, and is more difficult to influence. In simple terms, when we are in a bad mood, we are more likely to disseminate and question the information we receive more. We are also more likely to associate our mood incorrectly and unconsciously with the message or with the product we are exposed to. The mood heuristic was demonstrated in an experiment by Daniel Kahneman. People were asked to fill in a questionnaire and rate the level of satisfaction with their lives. However, before filling in the questionnaire, the researcher asked for a favor from each participant. Go and make some copies of a piece of paper on a nearby photocopier. In one situation, subjects found a coin on the top of photocopier. Surprise, surprise, compared with the control group that did not find a coin, the coin group reported a visibly higher satisfaction with life. Hence, putting this group in an unconscious positive mood made them feel more positive, happier with their life, and of course more likely to be influenced and sold to. Or take another interesting concept, best demonstrated in another classic experiment. Subjects were being asked to hold a simple crayon between their teeth, which of course forced them to adopt a smiley expression. Awkward smile, but smile nevertheless. Let's call this the smiley group. Another group of participants were forced into a frown while holding the pen in a different position. Let's call this the angry group. After the exercise, the people in the smiley group found a set of cartoons much funnier than the angry group. Moreover, Kahneman found that the angry group reacted more strongly to emotional images such as children starving or people arguing. Okay, so on the one hand, these experiments reveal that how we feel and behave is influenced by external factors, such as the weather or finding a coin. No surprise here. Basically, crap weather will get in cranky mood. I should know because I live in London. On the other hand, the last experiment teaches us that the process works in reverse as well. How we behave impacts on how we feel. Right, but what does this have to do with digital marketing, you'll ask? Well, in brief, our feelings influence our perception of a website, the amount of attention we give it, and our attitude towards an offer, product, request, or call to action. So, when life is good, we feel more altruistic, and sharing, liking, following, or subscribing seems more natural. And when life is not so good, you'll better try to make people behave in a positive manner before launching your pitch. By doing so, you'll most likely help them internalize their positive behavior, get them in a better mood, and improve their altruism. For example, one clever strategy marketers leverage in improving the mood of their audience is the principle of associative activation. In this situation, marketers promote ideas that are directly related to the feelings and emotions they are looking to trigger. To make this more visual, just think of the many commercials that teleport people back to their childhood, the smell of their mom's pasta, the happy feelings of sharing a meal with a family in a restaurant chain, or sharing an ice cream, and so forth. These are all experiences that are meant to bring audiences in a certain mood and make them feel more receptive to the marketing message or product.